mystery friends. Come on in, get cozy. If you're new here, I am Sarah Huade. I'm a writer of mysteries, including the Honeypot Mystery Series and the Paranormal Penny Mystery Series. And I am also not just that, I'm a homeschool mom and a follower of Jesus. And I am just here today to talk about when my brain gets stuck and cannot write. I have a go-to tool that I'm hoping will help you write when you are stuck as well. So there is times in my writing career when words don't come quickly, just like right now with my voice. But it's a little bit abnormal when it comes to writing for me not to be able to get my words out. However, there are times when everything I have set up, all the rituals I have, all the routines I have, all the de-stressors I have aren't enough to compete with my brain, who is trying to be kind by telling me, don't sit down and write. That's hard work. You don't want to do hard work right now. Now, I'm not talking about writer's block or even procrastination. There are times in my writing journey where I am completely blocked, and really what I need to do is sit down and have a good think about my story, figure out why my characters aren't doing what I want them to do, figure out what the next scene is, what the next clue is, all that kind of stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm also not talking about procrastination when I've just been working so hard. My body and my soul just do not want to write anymore because I need to go take some time to play. That's a completely different matter. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when I want to write, when I know what I'm going to write, and yet my brain will not let me write. This is when I call out my go-to tool, Write or Die. That's WRITE or Die. And I use the version 2. I use the paid version, but there's also a version online, which I'll have linked in the description, where you can use the demo and try it out for yourself. Now, I'm not getting paid or sponsored, or I don't even have an affiliate link to this. This is just what I use when I need to reactivate my brain and remind myself that writing is a good thing and that I actually like it. So without further ado, let me see if I can share my screen with you and we will get to writing. Now, I also need to let you know, I do not have anything specific that I'm going to write right now. I do not have a story in my head. I am just going to be writing gibberish so that you can see what Write or Die does. Okay, so here's the app. My favorite thing about Write or Die is this kamikaze mode right here. What happens with that is if I don't write for a certain amount of seconds, it starts deleting letters from the things I've already written. This applies just enough pressure to me to keep me going, so that even if my words are rubbish or gibberish, I'm still activating my brain. I can come back and change those later, but I am I am activating my brain enough to keep writing and to get myself remotivated for my story. But I love it. It just applies pressure. There's also a consequence mode, which comes out with this loud screeching noise. And my image that pops up is the grumpy cat, but you can have things like a spider. You can have all kinds of things pop up and all kinds of sounds pop up. That's just what I use. Over here on this side, there's a whole bunch of other features that it has. Like if I write the amount of words that I'm supposed to write, there's a little celebration thing, which is in my case, our puppies come up and like celebratory music comes up. It's really cute, but I don't really use much over here. This is where I kind of stay right here in this little zone. So let's go down. I'm going to show you what I do, but I'm not going to make you watch me write for 7 minutes. I'm just going to do a minute. I think that'll be long enough to show you what I'm talking about. If I can get the thing to work. I've never just written for a minute, so there we go. And my word count, I don't know if I can go any lower than that. Lower. I'm totally not going to write 100 words a minute. Yeah, we'll put it at 205 because I'm sure that's what I'll write. For me, normally I write for 7 minutes because to me 7 minutes is like this sweet spot of a writing session, especially when my brain is not fully engaged in the story yet. At 7 minutes, I can usually get 250 words, whereas in 15, I can only get about 450. And even beyond that, with the regular Pomodoro methods sessions, like 20 minutes or 25 minutes, I'll even get less than that. So 7 minutes is great for me. I take like a 3-minute break and I jump back in until my brain is in the story and just does not want to stop writing. Up here's the grace mode that tells you how many seconds you have of like stutter time where you're not writing actually words, so you can't sit and think, or it's going to start deleting stuff. We're going to turn that down to 2 seconds since I'm only writing for a minute. Again, I'm probably just going to write gibberish because I don't have a story to write. So then I'm going to click this write button. Another thing I really like about Write or Die is that it gives you this little, I'm moving it over to the screen where I can see it better. It gives you a little writing prompt each time. Write a semi-autobiographical, yes, I'm not pronouncing the right, novel about a handsome hay merchant who reunites with a clumsy cartographer. Okay. They crack me up. They're always pretty funny. So it will not start counting down my minute or my consequence time until I actually start putting down words. So here we go. Yeah, so there's my consequence. I'm just going to put down some letters so you don't have to hear the loud noise. And if you look over here, you can see that it already started deleting my vowels. Don't judge don't judge my spelling or my punctuation. I do not while I'm doing this. I'm just getting my thoughts down. I'm going to give it another 2 seconds to see if it comes back up and shows you it's not going to now because it knows what I'm doing because I haven't written full words. Anyway, so this is just pretty much what I wanted to show you. When I'm done writing, it will tell me how many words per minute I did that session, how many words I got out of how many I wanted, what percentage that is, if I had a consequence, all that kind of stuff. And you can save it as a file, or you can continue playing on the same file. You can copy it to a clipboard. I just old school cut and paste it and put it into Google Docs. That's how I roll with Write or Die. But again, my sessions are 7 minutes long because that's what I need to activate my brain and get it going. I'm not like some other writers who can pick up their phone or whatever and just write wherever. Like, I'm never the kind of person who can write in a doctor's office. It's just too much stimulus. I'm too worried about what's coming next to think straight. Sometimes I can write at a coffee shop, but there has to be like nobody interesting around me, or I'll just people watch instead and make up stories for these people instead of writing my story, which is not a good thing for my writing life. I do need to sit down somewhere and be prepared to write, be comfortable, be ready to go in order to get my sprints in. And again, I do the 7-minute sprints because that's what activates my brain. So in the comments, let me know what activates your brain for whatever task you're undertaking. If it's writing, if it's doing homework, if it's grading homeschool, all that kind of stuff. What turns on your brain? What gets you going so that you can complete the task at hand without putting your brain through drudgery and making it feel like you are torturing it and violating your own gray matter by forcing it to do something it doesn't want to do. So that's Write or Die. Go ahead and check out the description so you can go check it out for yourself. Again, check it out. My words are not coming. Words come better to me on screen, typing it or writing it, than they do verbally. Thank you for putting up with me anyway. Until then, until I read your comments, have a great day. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.